With the World Cup right around the corner, many players at the World Cup will be balling for their national team. We usually get great come-up superstars because of them. Before we get into the next bright superstar in this World Cup, which is likely to happen, I wanted to go back into the past to see what happened to the one-year wonders over the years. My definition of what constitutes a one-year wonder in this video will be a player who had an amazing season but has not lived up to those expectations people had set for them. In this video, there will be some season wonders that specifically came after their success at the World Cup or after a great season at a club. I will not mention any one-year wonders from the year 2017 and above, as I can't really assume what their careers will end up being the following years. I also don't want to be too harsh on the players that are still playing right now, as they don't have their future set in stone at the moment. We can have a good discussion about it without getting too emotional. I hope not to offend anyone, as that is not my intention. Before we get into the video, please leave a like, subscribe, as 98% of you guys are not subscribed. It'll really help me out. Let's get right into my options. Cissé 2012. For my 2012 option, I think we can somewhat agree that Cissé didn't meet all the expectations when he was in the Premier League. It may be a little harsh to label the former Newcastle striker as a one-season wonder, considering he also hit double figures in the 2014-2015 season. Still, there's no denying that the Senegalese failed to live up to the expectations he set during a romping start to life in the Premier League. Cissé scored 13 times in his first 14 Premier League matches, combining with Demba in a lethal strikes force to lead the Magpies to the 5th place finish in the top flight. They haven't achieved that highly since. Cissé scored 8, 2, 11, and 3 goals in the following 4 seasons and was never truly able to reach those dizzying heights again. He joined Shandong Luneng in 2016 and is now playing with Amiens in the 2nd French division. If you don't know who this guy was, let me show you the best goal I've ever seen in the Premier League, in my opinion. This is all I have to say. He had the potential to be a world-class striker, or at least a backup striker for a decent top club in Europe, in my opinion. What do you guys think? 2013 Michu. For my 2013 pick, I chose the likes of Michu. At this point, Swansea Spaniard is almost synonymous with the term season wonder. Having joined the Welsh side for $2 million on the back of a 15-goal season with Rayo Vallecano in La Liga, Michu absolutely tore his opening campaign in the Premier League. He scored 18 times in his first 35 matches, earning himself a call-up to the national team, who at that point were world champions, and finishing behind the likes of Robin van Persie, Luis Suarez, Gareth Bale, and Christian Benteke in the scoring charts. Michu scored twice in 17 games in an injury-hit 2nd season in England before signing with Napoli on a loan deal. He returned to Spain after reaching a settlement over the final year of his contract at Swansea. At least we'll always have that one magical season. His form fell off of a cliff after that, though, and he was released in the 2015 before retiring in 2017 at the age of just 31 years old. He is the embodiment of a one-season wonder, and I wish it could have been different for him in his career as a footballer. 2014 James Rodríguez. I know I'll get a lot of hate in the comments, but James Rodríguez felt like a wasted talent when he was in Madrid. It also didn't help that Madrid did not know how to use him seasons after his arrival. He started really good in the 2014 World Cup, emerging as one of the top prospects coming out of that competition. The Colombian national team got defeated by Brazil, but that did not stop James from scoring the most iconic goal from that competition. With that great goal and performances came the big boy purchase of Madrid. After starring for Colombia at the World Cup, the 23-year-old joined Madrid in a reported €80 million deal. He had primarily been used as an attacking midfielder or a wide forward before his arrival in Spain, but was immediately placed in a deeper role as part of a midfield 3 in Carlos Ancelotti's 4-3-3. In his first season with Madrid, he did wonders, scoring 14 goals and assisting 15 in just one season alone across the league and the Champions League. Besides that first great season at Madrid, he has not filled the expectations the world put on him after that World Cup. After Madrid, he joined Bayern, but was not the same player as he bounced around teams like Everton and Al Rayyan, and now recently, he is in Greece with the team Olympiacos. Coming from a Spanish speaker like myself, I wish his career would have been better. I wish him all the best. 2015 Berahino. For my 2015 pick, I like the likes of Berahino. Berahino was one of the surprise packages during the 2014-2015 season, scoring 20 goals in all competitions for the Baggies. After being rewarded with an England call-up, most fans expected big things from the young forward. Berahino was electric as he burst into the scene as a West Brom as a youngster. After emerging in the 2013-2014 season, his first full season with the seniors in the 2014-2015 season saw him hit a 20-goal campaign, as I said earlier. The form saw just about everyone queuing teaming up to acquire his services. But as the Baggies dragged out the transfer saga, seeing Berahino miss out on a move to Tottenham completely plummeted his form. He eventually moved to Stoke, but his goal-scoring touch had completely eluded him at that point, and he famously went over 900 days without scoring a goal. Lucas Pérez, 2016. One excellent season was all it took for Pérez to get noticed by Arsenal, and it is understandable to see why. Flying his trade in Spain with Deportivo La Coruña, the striker had found 11 goals from 15 games by December and finished up the 2015-2016 season with 17 goals and 10 assists in a side fighting for relegation. He cost Arsenal some 17.1 million in the following summer, but never delivered on the promise of that one season. Despite his limited opportunities, he contributed 7 goals and 5 assists, but he was loaned back to Deportivo for the 2017-2018 season before being sold to West Ham United. He started just 6 times for the Hammers, scoring 6 goals before Alaves bought him. He made all these moves after that first great season with Deportivo La Coruña, but it seems like he has been bouncing back and forth between teams ever since. He evidently wasn't keen on to repeating the experience as being a bid part player. Currently, he is residing at Cadiz in La Liga and made 5 total contributions last season, which isn't up to par when he had that first initial great season. All these great players had great seasons and careers from a football standpoint, but it seems like they were never able to fulfill expectations, as I keep reiterating. I wish them nothing but the best, and I hope they continue playing football and maybe someday show us why we dreamed of them becoming world-class players again. What do you guys think? I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.